of the Owen Tangent, as we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Beavers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
Yeah, I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Kane. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. They'll give it to him again. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Jones. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Grabbed in the backfield. It's King. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's King. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That's a live ball. Bounced right back to them.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the ground, it's Kane. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, five-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often. And you get 5 stars for a reason, because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
We know a lot of offenses like to script. Opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will have its first possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback...
Turning it on! He's at the 40. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a gamer.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your play.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these backers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Sweet cut there. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. About these two running games so far. Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Roberts. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a five-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed, the measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take just a second here and look big picture for Oregon State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives him a verbal, and this is the type of talent. He'll off one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Beavers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He wants to throw it again. Makes a grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll go to the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
At 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive going to the air. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about Oregon State. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program is because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Beavers are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Busts through behind his pass. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll pull it down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He throws one to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. To the air on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Jukes his way for more. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Okay, here comes. Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Buys a little time. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Makes the grab. It's Jones. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lets it go to the end zone. He was open. He had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Beavers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Scrambling away. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
Here's the pressure. And the Beavers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And the throw out to the sideline with just a few yards.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
This kid's got a big-time leg, man. He hit that into the wind, and it looked like that could have been good from 50.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Can't get him to the ground. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Jones. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The offense changing the play. Makes the grab. It's King.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. That is a big win for this defense as they were